responsibility and freedom are one and the same. So if you're welcome to the Republic of Lokota, if you're responsible.
Absolutely. Tell folks the best website to visit and a phone number.
Of course, the republicoflakota.com and RusselMeansFreedom.com.
RusselMeansFreedom.com. We've got that up on screen right now.
Thank you. The phone number for the Republic of Lokota is 605-867-1111. 1111.
So that's 605-867-1111?
Correct.
605-867-1111. And if folks want to financially support or support by spreading the word, they can go to Russell Means Freedom. Again, give that website out one more time. We're going to put it up on screen.
RusselMeansFreedom.com and republicoflakota.com.
Well, it's so important that we support every movement for independence and liberty. The globalists want one huge world with every nation, in their own words, dependent, broken down, deindustrialized, so the globalists can consolidate power. It's in their own IMF and World Bank documents. We must do what you're doing and go in the opposite direction. It is our only salvation for survival, and we've got to do it now. Russell, I'm going to skip this break as well for the TV viewers and the Infowars.com audio listeners. For the AM and FM dial, shortwave, and the satellite listeners, we'll be back in 3 short minutes. And Russell, we got to have you on for a couple hours coming up in the next month or two so we can take some phone calls and also get more of your great wisdom, as it's just really great to have you on. And I totally agree with everything you're saying, and I want to support you in any way I can. I know my listeners do as well.
Food prices soaring to all-time highs.
John, we're going to skip this break. Okay, great. We're skipping this one, too. Russell, when we come back to the full audience, and we've got a lot of folks listening and watching right now as well, what are some of the final points you think are most important to make to the viewers and listeners?
Well, as we tell all the people who contact us and they want to move to the Republic of Lokota, and you're free, you can buy your own land. We even have people who are connected with the real estate. We have to work towards freedom because we're non-threatening, we're non-militant, and we don't believe in any kind of violence whatsoever. We're willing to work with the existing system. We've already established our own school, treaty school, just one, but it's going to grow. Everything's going to grow. We have a nucleus of people who have moved here and have bought land, and other people are in the process of buying land and moving here. And what we're going to do is work in our own communities to be self-sufficient. We live in the Saudi Arabia of wind energy, and the sun shines on the northern plains over 300 days of the year. So we have that power. We also have on our land, and it's reachable, is the geothermal water. So we can hothouse, we can fish farm, and we can hothouse vegetables all year long because of the sun, and that possibility.
I was just going to add, nothing's done without action. And I love these armchair quarterbacks say, oh, it won't work, it'll never happen. It'll never work and happen if people don't believe it and take action.
Exactly.
And as crisis comes, we need to be there with the solutions so people have an escape valve. And, I know you've built things and done things and been successful in life, so you know the power of humanity. And I've been somewhat successful in my life, and that's why I want others out there to have respect for themselves and realize that to dream is destiny and that action is victory. And so that, even if you just move out in the country with your friends and family somewhere else, the point is get off the grid, get self-sufficient, join together, because true wealth is your friends, your family, your neighbors, your community, and the willingness to stand together and to fight, because we're going into great time of tribulation. We're going to come back to the full audience, Russell, and I want to ask you one more question about Obama, to a message to the suckers out there, because it's so painful to see them being suckered and to see them falling to this deception. So I want to talk about that in closing, and also give out the website and phone number one more time. In fact, guys, make sure, let's get his website address up on screen, not just the website itself. Here we go. Okay, folks, it is the final segment with Russell Means, the final segment of the show. I had a state representative where they're declaring sovereignty in Missouri on today. I had Mark Dice of the Resistance Manifesto on. And, of course, we have Russell Means, just an amazing activist for liberty and freedom. He's been mischaracterized in the press quite a bit, but that tells you he's a good guy. You look at what he actually stands for. I know that he's a guy after my own heart, and we really appreciate him. I want to get him on about eugenics and the overall New World Order and what it's like to come from a group that's been so intensely targeted by this. But in closing, a message to the Obama people who took their hatred of Bush that was legitimate and transmuted it into love for Obama, not knowing it's the same manager crew behind it. They feel like they're at the table now. They feel like they've had a great victory. They don't know they've just been sold a bunch of glass beads and wampum for New York. They don't understand that this is a cold-blooded setup, but we have studied this and looked at this and lived this, so we know they haven't discovered that yet. In closing, what do you say to them?
Well, I want to be facetious, actually, and just say goodbye. But the sheeple that are Obamaites, or however you're going to, they've been Obamatized. Those people, I have found in my visit to Texas, and among my own people here on the reservation, and to the people who are considered conservative Republicans in the state of South Dakota, no one's listening. No one wants to take responsibility. And that's what's happened in this country. And Thomas Jefferson said it best, to be free, you have to be responsible. It goes hand in hand. I can't say it enough. And so I'm very skeptical in saying anything to the sheeple who have been Obamatized, because that's their new savior. You cannot penetrate their defenses because they refuse to hear it. I talked common sense, and I talk spirituality, and I talk facts and figures with these people down in Texas who are Obamatized, and they wouldn't hear a thing, and they felt sorry for me. They felt sorry for me. And they told me, you're going to see in 18 months. What we all don't understand here in America is that it's over. And if the United States of America just came out and said, well, it's over, well, there'd be a rising of the people. They don't want that. So they're manufacturing, they're printing this money so that they can let you down easy. Let you down easily. And those people over there lost their homes. And those people over there lost their homes. And as they let you down easy, and your wages go down, and your livelihood goes down, and your trips become shorter, and you don't buy as much, until the fact is you're going to look around one day,
But they're already committed to him, so they won't even admit they were wrong, just like people under Stalin or Hitler still wouldn't admit they were conned and wrong because they've invested in it. They're going to have right-wing groups attack him. They're going to have Nazis protesting to make him look good. They're going to play a lot of games.
Oh, definitely. They are masters at manipulation. It's an Orwellian reality. And so, but always remember this, and this has always rung true. It only takes 2% of a people to foment a successful revolution. And we want a revolution to return one revolution back to freedom of the individual.
All right, Russell, we crashed your website, so we want to give that phone number out again, 605-867-1111, 605-867-1111. Don't go. I want to do a few minutes in overdrive on the web to say bye to you here properly. For the audience, though, retransmission. Well, we're going to continue into overdrive a few minutes, and then we're going to go into retransmission at InfoWars.com. So please stay with us. I want to say bye to the Genesis Network and all those listeners. Here we go with Russell Means. Stay with us.
Thank you for listening.
We'll be back. Hello, friends. This is Alex Jones. I've told you for a long time it's important to be self-sufficient, and today that's more important than ever. We need to be independent, and food and water is the key. You'll never have to stand in a bread line if you have your own bread. You'll never have to go to the Superdome and beg for female